Boys, today I want to take a look at the People's Guild. For those of you that don't know or new to the channel, this is a guild we started about 10 months ago of 100% free-to-play players, and we have had pretty consistently about 50 people in the guild, and so we are down to about 42 right now, so we do have a couple of slots open if you want to join. But I kind of want to break down how far we've been able to come, kind of what the churn's been like, talk about a little bit about the experience that we've had over the last 10 months, and talk about some of the things that we've unlocked, some of the things we've done as a guild, all of that good stuff. So I'll talk first about the pay-to-play players that we've had come into the guild. We've had at least probably 10 players that have not realized or just happened to spend while in the guild or tried to hide the fact that they spent while they were in the guild. And we kicked them out almost immediately. As soon as we saw it, we kicked them out. This is not a guild for people that want to spend money. We are trying to run an experiment where we are looking at people who are being 100% free to play. You'll see here we do have one executor unlock already. Shout out to Tadana. And hopefully we'll be doing an interview with him soon, if he ever responds to my Discord messages, about his experience with unlocking the executor. But if we go ahead and look at... first, we'll look at our territory war record, because I think this is pretty impressive. We're 24-9 for lifetime record as far as our territory war goes. You can see here that some of the opponents that we've gone against have definitely outmatched us. So, I mean, we can just take a look at a couple of these. I mean, 2 SOKRs and a C. We did not have an executor at this point. Multiple people in the 4 million range, and we still won. We can take a look at another one that we won, 49 million. Only one SOKR here, but still multiple people in the 4, 5, 3 million range that really shouldn't lose to us. It really should be as simple as setting one of these GLs on defense, but we are winning because we are setting full defenses, we're setting strong defenses, and it's been really awesome to actually be competitive in territory wars. You'll see that some of these ones that we lose, I mean, we are just 8 million, 6 million, 5 million. I mean, there's just no way for us to win that. There's nothing we could do to help with that. Or if we look at this one, an executor and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 GLs. Yeah, there's just nothing we're doing against that. So it makes sense why we've lost some of these, but I think for the most part, we've won every territory war that was winnable. I think there was one that I'm going to take responsibility for it. We did have a few people not participate, but there was a battle that if I had won, I think we actually could have turned it. I think it was this one here, that if I had just played a little smarter, I think I actually could have cleared one more zone and gotten us to the back wall, and then we could have been able to clear that zone and win. But you live and you learn. So since we're talking about territory wars, I want to kind of look at our Omicrons. So 7 people have applied the Captain Rex Omicron, 4 people have applied the Wampa Omicron, 3 people have applied the Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron. So those are our biggest, most popular Grand Arena Omicrons, as well as Savage with Savage and Iden Versio. So it makes sense. I mean, these are very obvious, really strong Omicrons. We've got a couple of one-offs. I did not know anyone applied to the Admiral Akbar or the Princess Leia Omicron. We might need to talk. This is not an efficient use of Omicrons. I mean, Chief Turpo, like, I'll argue is also not a great use. But, I mean, maybe it's okay. Radis makes sense. Treya makes sense. Night Trooper is probably just somebody having fun and testing out the new teams. And then Marin makes sense. But some of these... great. Nobody's applied any territory battles ones. I haven't actually checked these. Conquest, good. Raids, good. Galactic Challenge is good. Okay. But this is where we've been really crushing it. So we have 17 Poggle Omicrons, and we're only at, we have 42 members, and what is our GP at? Guild GP, 54 million. So, I mean, having those 17 Poggle Omicrons, we're usually able to fill a full zone of Poggle Omicrons. We usually split them between zones, not to give you too much insight into our plans, but we have a really strong defense in Territorial Wars. These coloring back Omicrons just crush. These Droideka Omicrons do absolutely amazing. Hera does okay, and Death Trooper Pridia, I think I know who this is. It's somebody, again, messing around with the newest teams that are coming out. As far as Zetas go, let's see, we are up to the most is 24 Zetas. Where am I at this list, out of curiosity? Okay, 18 Zetas. 4 Omicrons by Professor Free to Play. Dude's crushing it. And if we take a look at GP, our average GP is 1.3 million. So we do have a few guys that have joined somewhat recently, started new accounts, which is totally fine. If you wanted to start a new account and join us in the People's Guild, we would love to have you. You don't have to be 10 months in, but we have a few guys that you can see down here, just barely starting off on their accounts. But we have some guys that have all the way up to 2.2 million. So let's talk about territory battles. So we've been consistently improving on our territory battles. Got up to 25 stars in Imperial Retaliation, 21 stars in Rebel Assault. Seems like 21 is kind of where we've stalled on Rebel Assault for now. I do think we have a large emphasis on dark side characters. A lot of people going for executors, a lot of people building their troopers, a lot of people building some of the newer teams like the Enoch troopers or bounty hunters that are mostly dark side. So it makes sense that we have a lot of dark side teams that are being built, and so we're performing a little bit better there. And then light side, the only thing that we're really pushing for right now as a guild is pushing for Rolo. Since we're going to be stuck in Hoth for quite a bit longer, I mean, we're at 54 million galactic power. Even if we fill our last 8 slots with 2 million players, we probably are only, so that's going to get us 16 million more GP. We're still going to be in the 70 million-ish range. We still got a ways to go before we get to the 100 million threshold for Darkside Geo TB. But we are going to start prepping for that pretty soon. I think I said once we hit around 75 million is when we could really start our serious prep of making sure people are farming platoon characters and working on building some of the special mission teams, starting to get Watt-ready Geos if we don't already have them. These are some of the things that we want to do as a guild, and since we are having to go through everything linearly, everyone has to kind of participate in some of these things. And so I'm not going to ever force somebody to work on their Watt ready Geos or something, but we are going to have to start pushing for that somewhat soon if we want to get Watt, and we don't want to have to get to the 300 million threshold where we're getting ready for Rotor or something and not have Watt done. By a similar fashion, we'll probably have to pivot and start working on cam once we get ready for the cam mission when we get to Lightside GOTV. But we're talking over a year into the future, so don't need to worry about that too much. So that's territory battles. Not a whole lot to report there. Hopefully we'll have Rolo done before we leave Hoth, and we can start working on Watt after that. Once we finish Watt, we can move to start preparing for cam. As far as raids go, we finished the Heroic Sith raid back in August. So last month we finished the Heroic Sith raid in large part to, I'll give a special shout out to Panic, who unlocked General Skywalker. He has him up at Relic 8 now. I don't think he did when we were doing the raid, but General Skywalker made the Sith raid so much easier. He managed to solo phase 1 and then get through most of the, or not solo, but one team got through phase 1 and then into phase 2 by quite a bit. So then the rest of us were able to come in and kind of clean up the rest from there. But this was a huge unlock for us and getting us through the Sith raid. Since then, we've moved to doing the speeder bike raid. We just don't have the characters for the Naboo raid. I mean, if we look at some of these core characters, I mean, Luminara is a pretty consistent team. I mean, if we sort by gear, our highest gear is at gear 8 for Luminara. So, I mean, we're not doing anything with Luminara. If we look at B2, this is probably one more people are going to have. But gear 12 is the best we have, and only 2 people have it. And so it's just these characters, Sidious, we could look at gear 12, one person, Darth Maul, again, one person gear 12. And so it's just hard to justify a lot of these characters because they don't fit into a lot of farming plans, especially early farming plans. So we will probably just stick with speeder bike until we move to a new raid, which hopefully will be something we can actually participate in. We'll see what actually ends up happening there. But we've been consistently getting to that third crate, I think is what that is, in the speeder bike, and it's been really great. The rewards in speeder bike are so much better than the rewards we've been getting in the Sith Triumvirate. So excited for that, and glad to be getting plenty of Mark II. Yeah, we're not getting Mark III, but not a lot of us have a huge need for Mark III at the moment. I mean, yeah, it's nice to start stacking up those Zimital cards and those Electrum conductors, but if you can't, you can't, and it's just more worth it to get the extra Mark II that we get from doing speeder bike. If we keep looking at units, a few units that we've been getting a ton of unlocks for, Commander Luke Skywalker, we have a total of 22 Commander Luke Skywalkers, most of them at least gear 12, a couple of gear 11, 9s, and 10s. I think he recently unlocked them, so that makes sense. But lots of CLS unlocks. Chewie is another one that a lot of people are unlocking. I've seen a lot of those. Less people have been able to gear them up yet, but lots of unlocks for Chewbacca. In addition to that, C-3PO has been one I've seen quite a few people finish up recently. So we've got a couple of 12s, 11s, 9s. This is one that I need to start working on pretty soon, but just haven't quite had the chance to do it. And some other Journey Guide characters. Jedi Knight Revan, only a few of us have gone for, but we do have 3 Jedi Knight Revans on the roster. And then Darth Revan, I don't think we have many. I think I'm one of the only few who have gotten it, yeah. So me and one other person who managed to get Darth Revan, and then Malak. Am I the only one who's gotten Malak? I am. I'm the only one who's managed to gear up Malak so far. So come on, guys. Get your Malaks. Malak's sick. But doing the Leviathan Rush makes sense that not many of us have Malak. I don't think I've seen anyone get... Oh! I didn't know somebody had Afra yet. So Club Pro got his Afra. That must be somewhat recent. So that's pretty sick. Another... we've already looked at Gas. How's people's General Grievous coming along? A couple of people have managed to gear up their General Grievous, but most of us have not done much with him yet. The Executor was the big one that we got. Todana unlocked his Executor. Still only 4 stars since he's trash, but eventually he'll get it up. No. But we'll talk with Todana somewhat soon about his journey with that and how he got that. How's our Chimeras coming along? So we got 9 people with Chimera. How about TIE Defender? 12 TIE Defenders. Nice job, guys, with working on those fleets. Some beautiful fleets that we're building as well. I think a couple of people are really close to Executor as well. So we have, we have Todana, who got his Relic 8 on Piet. I don't know how to say your name. Repenjuge, that's probably not right. Relic 8 as well on his Admiral Piet. Professor Free to Play, I know he's really close. Relic 8 on his Piet. I think he's just waiting for the next event, honestly. I'm not sure about Trace. I'm going to call you Trace because that's, I know it's not the right word, but it makes more sense to me. And another guy, Flopsy, at Relic 5 on his Piet. So Flopsy's getting closer on his and quite a few Gear 12s. So I know this is probably the most common farm plan that people are going for, is working on that. The other thing I wanted to check was, there's one more Journey Guide I wanted to check. No Jedi Knight Lukes yet. Oh gosh. No Star Killers yet, I don't think. Just scroll through this list a little bit and see. A couple of Radises. Anybody relic their Radis? No. Lumi is working on their Radis though. And anybody getting close to Jabba maybe? Ahsoka Tano. This is the one I wanted to look at. So Ahsoka Tano, they are doing a Leia rush. And so Boosh is at Relic 5. They have Kersantin, I'm pretty sure, relicked. Oh, I thought they did. Wait. Where's Chrysanthemum, dude? I know you have Greedo Relic, right? Didn't I look at this recently? I swear you had more of this done. Let's see. I think they're working on more of their Jedi Knight Luke requirements, right? No, because that's you're going for Leia. Oh, I'm mixing up Leia and Jabba. What the heck? Drogon. So yeah, gear 10 on Drogon, so working on that. But already got a Zeta, Mon Mothma. Is Mon Mothma a requirement? Scout Trooper. Gear 11. Oh, come on. Come on, I can think of this. Lando. Relic 5. So yeah. Ahsoka Tano making their way through a lot of the requirements for Leia. So we'll have Leia getting added, I think, somewhat soon-ish. But yeah, I'm really excited for all of the unlocks that we've been getting on the free-to-play guild. We've been making really great progress. A lot of people have been putting in great work, so I just want to shout out some of those people that have really just made some really cool key unlocks for us, especially those that have applied some really key Omicrons for us and helping us succeed in territory war, and those that are helping us prepare for territory battles. So excited to see where this goes from here. Hopefully we'll have some more big unlocks, maybe another Executor next time we do this video. So I'm gonna try to do these at least once a month. But if you guys like these update videos for the free-to-play guild, if you like the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.